Hi guys, good morning. Today I'm going to discuss one of the trending technology in the market that is called Zero Trust Network Access. In most of our job descriptions as well as job opportunities, we are able to see this particular ZTNA or Zero Trust Network. So in this today's session, whatever I'm going to discuss about ZTNA, what is Zero Trust Network, and also what are the drawbacks of the traditional network perimeter level attacks, and also how we can mitigate, and also we can see about what are the different types of ZTNA design guidelines principles we have to implement that is applicable to both the data center as well as cloud environments. Let's start now. Zero trust. Zero trust is not only applicable to external attackers or hackers or intruders, but also this is applicable to even internal employees. So first, what is mean by zero trust? So zero trust meaning here, never trust anybody and also always verify. So identity, authentication, authorization, devices, application, databases, servers, and so on. So never trust anybody. So even that is internal employee as well. Always we have to verify the identity of the person or identity of the user or identity of the employee. So that is general meaning of zero trust. So first we can go and we can see. So what is our enterprise network perimeter level devices contains? We know already in the under network security, we discussed about next generation firewalls, network IDS, network IPS, as well as a proxy. Those three things we will call it as a perimeter security, nothing but internet facing security. But nowadays, there is no perimeter security concept because the day by day, applications are increasing, locations of the applications, users are increasing, they are working from work from home option as well as remote, and also devices are increasing. These applications, users, devices, it's not a static one. Continuously, it is changing the behavior. Nothing but it is a dynamic in nature. Additionally, most of the organizations and most of the employees, they are bringing their own devices, like that is called BYOD, bring your own devices. That may be your personal laptop or personal tablet or personal mobile and so on. That is called BYOD devices. So these BYOD devices also increasing day by day. And also data is everywhere. Data is there in the data center, data is there in the accessing the Wi-Fi, data is there in the cloud and so on. So that's why perimeter is not existing anymore. So because of this perimeter is not existing anywhere, what are the drawbacks it contains? It contains, there is no fixed perimeter at all. And also traditional, so defense in depth layer controls, if you are implementing, it is not sufficient. So attackers can even they can bypass these traditional so network security controls in the organization level that is applicable to both data center as well as cloud. So why? Because nowadays our organizations are distributed deployments and also distributed network, distributed users, as well as distributed applications. To mitigate these drawbacks, because perimeter existing everywhere, users are existing everywhere, data is available, and also devices are increasing day by day, applications are increasing day by day, and BYOD devices increasing day by day. To mitigate those drawbacks, so zero trust network access came into the picture. Now, most of the organizations, they're implementing this zero-day trust network. What are drawbacks? It is showing under perimeter network, it can be mitigated using zero trust network. So when the hackers or intruder or attackers, even internal employees, they are trying to access any applications or devices or servers or databases or peer-to-peer communications and so on. So every time we have to verify. We should not trust anyone, always verify. That is called zero trust network. So if we want to design zero trust network in the data center as well as in the cloud, we have to follow couple of security best practices. Those security best practices are, first one is visibility control. So visibility, you cannot protect what you cannot see. You cannot protect what you cannot see. Why? Because now lot of critical systems, so as well as understanding of the how the elements in our ecosystem interacting with those systems, users, devices, and applications across the environments, like on-premise and also applicable to cloud. Okay, so visibility is a very dangerous one. We are not sure about the visibility wise. So where are all the devices are located, and where all the networks are located, and also where are all the applications are located, and so on. A lot of people are doing work from options as well. So remote, so option also possible. So visibility is one of the very, very main factor, and we have to make sure that visibility should be implemented. Whatever traffic is going on the entire network level. So that is the first security design guidelines principle we have to implement. So if you want to move to the zero trust data center as well as cloud. Second one is segmentation at multiple points. That is called network segmentation. So the segmentation we can do in multiple ways. That is on the people's segmentation, that is called user LAN segmentation, device segmentation, server LAN segmentation, workload segmentation, cloud segmentation, and so on. You can see whatever diagram I'm sharing here, visibility as well as analytics, meaning here we have to implement trending technologies in the market, that is called machine learning as well as data analytics. And also we have to implement automation as well as orchestration. If I are implementing this one, segmentation is very possible. So segmentation we can do everywhere. People segmentation, one thing we have to do, device segmentation we have to do, network segmentation, data segmentation, workload segmentation. How we can achieve this, all this segmentation? So by implementing the visibility and analytics using machine learning capability, as well as artificial intelligence, and also automation and orchestration. So that is the second design guidelines principle we have to implement. Third one, identity for users, devices, and workloads. So whenever any internal employee, they are trying to access the data or devices or networks or applications or servers and so on. So we have to identify identity. So what is the authentication mechanism they are using? And also additionally, devices authentication as well, and even workloads authentication as well, using identity and access management, using role-based access control. So if are identifying identity of the users or devices and workloads, whenever any incident is happened, we can see, so traceability, who has done what. So that is the third security principle we have to implement. That is nothing but IAM for the users and devices and workloads. Fourth one is a seamless policies not restricted by location. So we have to implement a zero trust data center, especially on the users and apps and workloads. Always it is a dynamic in nature. As I said, we have to implement and as well as create organization ensure security policies as well as applications wherever they are going to order limit potential attack vectors. So meaning here we have to implement security policies in the firewall level, in the web application firewall level, in the server levels like IP tables and so on. So location wise also we have to restrict. So using IP whitelisting and block listing, and device whitelisting and block listing, location whitelisting and block listing. So for that one, we have to configure a couple of policies in the firewalls and proxy and web application firewalls and also IP tables. That is on the fourth one. Next one is fifth one, automate wherever possible. So reducing the false positives as well as doing the orchestration and making sure that instant response as quickly as possible whenever any incident is happen. And also whenever you are doing this automation, it makes sure that it is easy to implement, manage, and also audit the security policies across our organization. So if we are doing this one constantly, we can respond the attacks with proactive way approach. So that's why SOAR capability, one of the things we discussed in our cybersecurity classes. So that is fifth one. Sixth one, centralized security management. So whenever any incident or hack or attack is happened, so from centralized console, we can monitor as well as we can make sure that security professional, they can go and they can do the forensic investigation or instant investigation. So if you are making a single user interface or single user control, so from a single console, we can monitor everything. So that is the centralized security management. So all these configurations as well as investigation, monitoring, and alerting can be using a single console or user console we can monitor, and we can take the appropriate actions as well, like instant response. Seventh one, effective security. When you say effective security, what our business we are doing, business success always depending on active network with connections as well as protected resources. So whatever connections it is connected to the our network, and also whatever resources we are using, those should be protected. Additionally, even we have to investment, so different types of advanced tools like EDR, NDR, XDR, MDR, SOAR capability, SOAR capabilities, proactive threat hunting capabilities, so that always our security should be in effective nature. So nothing but trending technologies from business point of view we have to implement. That is on the seventh one. Continuous monitoring and response. It is obviously our cybersecurity SOC operations using SIM tool, or maybe even EDR tools or MDR tools or NDR tools or XDR tools. So continuous monitoring as well as response we have to implement. So obviously, as a cybersecurity analyst, these people monitor and they will take care of that the incident response as well. So that is our job role. Already we discussed this one. Next one is the ninth one, understanding the intent of network traffic. Whatever traffic it is coming, so where is it going? What is it doing? So we have to validate these two things. I'm repeating once again, whatever traffic it is going, that may be inbound traffic as well as outbound traffic, where is it going? And also what is it doing? So we have to implement network analytics as well as important, capstone to zero. So zero trust adoption. So if you are implementing these network traffic monitoring as well as intent of network, so where the traffic is going, what the traffic is doing, obviously we can go and we can make sure that, so observing the specific traffic indicators as well as the behavior of the traffic. So that is on the ninth one. Last but not least, keep making the progress. Don't worry if you don't have uh, all the figured out or not. So what you can make sure that, so you can implement zero trust, whatever the principles we discussed above. So this one we can implement both in the on-premise as well in the cloud deployments. So if we're implementing the above 9 principles, so we can verify the our identity, devices, applications, databases, servers. So as I mentioned once again, so these 10 principles we are implementing, we can make sure that our network or our cloud or our data center should be safe and secure, and it can reduce the attack vector, it can reduce the attack surface. So finally, what is the zero trust network? Never trust anybody, and also that may be including our internal users, and also always verify the identity devices, applications, databases, servers, whoever they're trying to access. That may be external attackers or external users, like a public or customer or clients, or maybe internal employees as well. Thank you so very much, guys.